In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to roll a cube in Cinema 4D 2023 using 3 reliable methods. We'll start with a clean scene and a standard cube. The first approach uses the geometry axis together with a connect object for precise manual control. Create your cube, then add a geometry axis object beneath it in the hierarchy so it affects the cube. In the geometry axis settings, set the y-axis to 100%. This shifts the cube's axis down so it sits right on the floor, making rotations pivot from the bottom edge instead of the center. To keep everything behaving as a single unit, place the cube under a connect object. Now when you rotate the cube, it will convincingly roll along the floor. This method is great for animating deliberate quarter turns or snapping clean 90-degree rotations. Keyframe the rotation as you move the cube forward, and you'll get tight, controllable results that never sink below the ground. Next, let's look at bullet dynamics for an automated physics-based roll. Apply a rigid body tag to the cube and a collider body tag to your ground object. In the cube's dynamic settings, give it an initial rotational velocity so it starts spinning on its own. When you press play, bullet handles the motion and contact, producing natural roll and interaction with the surface. Tweak the physical settings to taste. Attributes like damping, bounce, and friction will influence how quickly the cube slows down, how much it slips, and how it grips the ground. This approach shines when you want natural motion, collisions, and a bit of unpredictability without hand keyframing every turn. Finally, for a mathematically consistent roll driven by movement, use Xpresso with a range mapper. Add an Xpresso tag to the cube, then connect the cube's X position to a range mapper node and map that output to the cube's bank rotation. As the cube moves forward along X, the range mapper converts that distance into rotation in degrees. Set the node to produce a smooth output, and adjust the range so the rotation feels correct for your cube's size. If your roll is in the opposite direction, simply invert the output. This setup gives you a clean procedural relationship between translation and rotation, perfect for loops, motion graphics, or when you want to drive the roll from a single slider or controller. Choose the method that matches your project: manual precision, physics realism, or procedural control. Save your scene and you're ready to roll.